Well, a couple of counters to keep an eye on when the market opens today. And starting off with Tata Motor, remember the stock of this company has been under pressure in the last few trading sessions. Yesterday itself, it was down by about over 3.5%, and the company declared its March sales number for Nano. So if you look at the production for the month of March, it was about 1282 units, and that was down about 88% on YOY basis. Probably you will see the negative reaction coming in today. And also besides that, in terms of rollout, company has announced rollout of its Prima range in Sri Lanka. So keep an eye on this counter. On YTD basis, the stock of Tata Motors is down about close to 18%. Moving on to IGL, well, a very important hearing is scheduled for today, where Supreme Court will be giving out its verdict on the case where Supreme Court had issued a notice to IGL on PNGRB's plea, where a plea was over fixation of maximum retail price and network tariffs. Also alongside you had compensation charges. Remember in June last year, High Court had issued a verdict which was in favor of IGL, and where they clearly stated that the regulator cannot fix a maximum retail price and they are not empowered to fix any kind of compression and network tariff. So if the verdict is in favor of IGL, you can see a huge positive reaction, because when PNGRB had issued an order, you saw the stock plunging almost about 35% last year. So keep an eye on, it's a very important hearing scheduled for today. On YTD basis, the stock of IGL is up close to 12%. And moving on to Crompton Greaves, where a company won an order worth about 239 crore order. It has won an order from Van Oord offshore wind project. So you could see some positive reaction coming in there. On YTD basis, the stock of Crompton Greaves is down by about 20%. Lastly, keep an eye on Raymond. CARE has revised its rating on some of the long-term instruments of the company and also some of its subsidiary. Well, if you look at the ratings, it has revised rating of long-term of NCDs to AA- from the earlier rating of AA, and it has also revised the rating of long-term bank facilities to AA- from earlier rating of about AA. The stock of Raymond has been under pressure. If you see on YTD basis, it's down by about 39%.
Well, Adani Power, Aurobindo Pharma and TVS Motor were the three stocks buzzing in trade. Adani Power closed with an upsurge of 9% and was the leading A-group gainer on Sensex, propelled by the highest volumes in a year, which came in at 1.6 crore shares. It shot up after the Central Electricity Regulatory Commission's order announcing compensation package over and above the current tariff for the company at its Mundra UMPP, and this compensatory tariff will hold till the fuel situation stabilizes. Remember that Adani Power is importing coal from Indonesia, which has seen notable cost escalation as a result of the changes in the Indonesian law benchmarking coal there to the international coal prices. And Adani Power has had little choice on this front, because the coal supply that it has received from Coal India to feed its power plants has been short of the requirements. So though the quantum of the compensatory tariff hasn't been announced, and that will be temporary in nature till these events are enforced, it is still meaningfully positive and will have a favorable bearing on other imported coal-based power projects like those of Tata Power and Reliance Power. Next, Aurobindo Pharma too jumped up about 1.5% backed by highest monthly volumes after receiving a tentative US FDA nod to manufacture and market its anti-AIDS ARRR generic drug, taking the total tally of US FDA approvals of drugs to about 182, and it has seen strong volume action after multiple drug approvals as well as clearance of the Unit 6 last week from an earlier import ban. Lastly, TVS Motors too raised about 7%, throttled by the highest volumes in nearly 3 months, as the company has said on the exchanges that it is in talks with the German auto major BMW motorcycle division, that is BMW Motorrad, for a technological tie-up, and also it has gained in momentum after announcing its March sales coming in at 1.67 lakh units, which is up 1% month on month.